Hello, Florencia, and thank you for joining Artifact. It's a great pleasure to have you here today with me.
Hi, thank you. I'm very glad to be here with you.
Definitely, I've been expecting our conversation since some time, and I know you're creating so many different arts. But I would love first, if you don't mind, we to start with you and who is Florencia, where are you from, and more details about you as a person.
I'm an artist. I'm based in Chile. I live in Santiago. That's the capital. And I have been doing art since as long as I remember. I actually studied art in the university after school, and I also studied in a traditional academy for art for like 3 years.
Oh, okay, this is great. Yes, please go ahead. Sorry, I'm so excited.
And I started doing like very physical traditional art. I think that's what moves me. But since like I would say maybe beginnings of 2020 or maybe late 2019, I started doing like more Bitcoin focused art.
Right. This is the reason I have opened your Twitter account. This is where I'm looking at your wonderful art. Cool. So I'm going right now to share your website where you have your works, and you have paintings, engravings, drawings, and commissions. So which one can we start with? Of course, we will look at the Bitcoin part a little bit later, maybe, but you have amazing artifacts. So these are, it's wonderful.
Thank you. That's all oil painting, all of those.
Oil. Yeah.
Yes.
I have started, I'm learning right now, and I have started painting on oil, and it's very difficult. Very, very difficult. Are you waiting long time it to get dried, and then you what's the process with oil?
I think you have to learn to embrace the process. Like you're not waiting for it to dry. You just move with it. Some parts of the process need to be done when everything is like all dry, but sometimes you have to just keep painting, and maybe those colors will mix up a bit, and maybe it won't be like perfect in a way like a photo is, like an image, but it will have its own personality, its own characteristics. It's like more alive, I would say.
Definitely. I have to agree with you. You are the artist, you have graduated art. I'm just exploring myself and my personality by art, but I love artists, and in general, this one. What's the name of this one? So this, for example, it's a game.
That one doesn't have a name because it was part of a bigger, I mean, most of those pictures you're looking at right now are part of the same artwork, you could say. It was like a big collection of memories that I made in small format, like in a small piece of wood. And this one is bigger now, but the other ones, like they have like the same feeling, if you might. Those were all part of this one big artwork that was like trying to, how does memory look like memory can be like a lot of little images, and doing that by memory, like I was trying to remember those special moments that you sometimes you don't even know when you saw something, or why, what made you feel something, but you remember something, you remember. And I was trying to build from that.
It's wonderful. And I suppose these are not all the arts. This is wonderful.
I was experimenting with that one. I wanted to experiment with. I really like portraits, like a lot.
Ah, I see.
So I was trying to. It was more of like a teaching experience or learning experience. But it actually, she was my grandma, and she was ill at the moment, and some people said like you that I painted the illness, kind of like she was like some part of her like disappearing, some others came to the front, but it wasn't on purpose, like I was trying to improve this portrait painting that I was chasing. Yeah, and that was the outcome.
Yes, and the outcome is wonderful. How old was your grandma, and what was her name?
She was called Lina Ballet.
Lima.
And yes, and she was like about 80 years old. She was not old, but she started with an illness very young, like kind of an Alzheimer's, but something different.
I'm sorry for your loss. We have a great artifact which is going to keep your grandma forever with you and the people who are around you. Are these arts for sale, or this is something very
No.
personal? Yeah.
The most of this I started to do when I was working for the university degree. And I mean, yes, you could buy them, but I'm not like actively offering them. Like, I don't know, like we hang them in my house, in my sister's house. Like, I never offered them actually. It was weird. I don't know.
All right, this is your personal feeling. You're an artist. This is where everything is coming from, your feelings and your energy. Engravings. So could you please tell me more about this type of art? So this is something you do on a wall, or how it's working?
You have to work on a metal piece,
Okay.
like you engrave that piece and then you ink it and you pass it through a press machine, and then you have like this on paper printed. So
Okay.
those are the impressions on paper. So yeah.
Okay, this is not the frame, the model that you have created. This is the final outcome. That
Yes. So with one piece of metal, you could actually make very different art pieces, because you have like two parts. The first one is to create this metal, and the second part will be printing it. And printing it can be also very creative, a very creative process.
Yes, definitely. It looks like that because so these are 5 different images that you have created with one metal, or?
Yes.
Okay. And we can see the difference in each and every one. So you can play even more if you want with this. It looks fantastic. Okay, the next one that we have here is drawings. Drawings. Now they're going to be shown. Wow.
So here you can also see like human
Yes, portrait.
bodies, yes, but also you start to see the Bitcoin work, because I have
Bear.
in the latest years I have been drawing much more than doing any other technique.
This is the honey badger.
Yes.
I thought first that it's a polar white bear, but it's very cute. I like it. And here, what's written? So these are.
So I really like for my Bitcoin art, I really like the pop culture that's emerging, like the kind of mantras and slogans that people are always repeating. I feel they are very powerful, they're beautiful, they carry energy. So I took this honey badger don't care, and the don't care letters are made with addresses. So I
Ah,
generated a bunch of addresses, yes, with a wallet, and took those letters and numbers to build the don't care part.
is this salt?
Yes.
Okay, okay. So it already has a person who is enjoying the process every time when he or she looks at it. It's wonderful.
Thank you.
Yeah. So we have here Satoshi. No.
Yes. Yes, of course. I find very funny the Dorian Nakamoto history. And this was actually one of the first one I made. So this is actually made entirely by these addresses, like, and only by contrasting more letters darker, you can see the image.
Right. If you look at it closely, most probably won't be able to. And how big? What are the dimensions? How big is this artifact?
I think they were like 40 centimeters for 30
Okay,
centimeters.
so it's relatively big one. So here we have.
Yeah, and I
Oh.
was, so these were like the first I think this and the last one you showed were the first one I made, like when I was like starting to explore the Bitcoin theme. And so they follow like the same kind of rules, like
Yes. Mhm.
I always tend to do that, like I get like a little obsessed with something and I have to try it in different ways, and I get to the point where I don't do that anymore, like. Mm.
I know what you mean exactly. So you are exhausting it. You're bringing it to the limits. Let's say you're doing it until you don't want anymore to be doing it. I know
Yeah.
exactly what you mean.
And sometimes it develops to something different, because I started with these that were only the addresses, and then I moved along with adding, for example, the honey badger by line, like drawing it, like mixing it up. And yeah, I tend to do it.
It's a collection. This is your collection.
I have more that I haven't actually uploaded to the web, but yeah.
You will whenever you have some time. I assume you're very busy. Having in mind you're also working. You have another job.
Yes, I like, I want to make the art that I want to make. Like, I'm not very good at following rules, so I'm very bad actually at commissions. Like, I have done them sometimes, but I'm not very good, and so I try to do the art that I want, and for living I have to have another job. And I try that my job is not actually art related, like it's a normal job where I don't have any problem with following the rules, and of course listening to my boss and etc.
Yes, you're an anarchist. This is absolutely normal. You don't follow any rules, but only yours.
Yes, I mean, we have to live in a society, but for my art, I don't want to do that, and that's why it's a sacrifice, because of course I have less time to do the art. I have less time for having my website perfect and everything. But at the end, I think I'm happy with with how things are going, because, as I said, I can do the art that I want.
Definitely. I get your point and I know what you mean. And you're also a very huge fan of animals. You have cats, dogs.
Well, those came in the pandemic. Like, I had no job, I needed to work, and I started to draw the pets of my friends, and some people started to buy them, and then I started to offer that, and it actually helped a lot at that moment.
Because during the pandemic, when you got locked, you were not going to work.
I had a job and I lost it because of everything, like everything was closed up and they couldn't afford to keep
Yes.
going. Yeah. This was like the first year. Then everything, got better and yeah.
Right. What we have here, this is the outcome, a wonderful Jack Russell. This is a Jack Russell, right?
The dog?
Yeah, I think so. It looks like a Jack Russell.
He's un galgo,
Huh.
but British galgo, you know,
Ah,
but a baby one. Like that was the dog of my sister, and it was like two
just on
months.
time, just on time. He feels that someone is talking about dogs. He's
Yeah.
entering the conversation. Oh, this is a terrier, but I'm not sure what's the. I have a terrier also, but he's sleeping over there, and he's a mini one, 2 kilos and a half. That's very cute
Cute.
one. Uh, yeah, and the cat. Cool, cool, cool. So, and all these inspirations, so for each, obviously, you are gathering from multiple channels the
Mm.
inspirations from your art. It's also family, environment, technology. So it's a huge mix of everything that we can see. So you're a very diverse personality and you are open-minded. It's more than visible, and that's wonderful. But is there something that you really, as you have said, you're creating only things that you enjoy? However, is there something that you enjoy in particular and you'd like to bring up as a mission in your life?
Like with my art, you mean?
Yes.
Um, I want to continue to do Bitcoin related works, and that's always getting like a bigger thing because the more you learn, the more you study, the more topics and subjects come to mind. Yeah, I'm actually working right now with a friend. We have the project like for a while now, but now we're like doing it, and we're working on making jewelry. Like
Oh,
ring. Yes.
yeah, you know that I have also similar project. And by the way, it's, these earrings right now, they're with
Hmm.
Nefrit and they're handmade.
Hmm.
Also, these bracelets. And I'm also thinking in that direction because I'm working on this with a friend of mine. And yeah, this is a wonderful idea. And all these stones, for example, because these are natural stones, they're bringing specific energy and are complementing us from energetical level. So, tell me more about your project with the
Well,
jewelry.
she is a jewelry artist, and so she's like taking the whole like technical part of the process, and I'm trying to make the like because she knows about Bitcoin and all, but like I'm the one who studied more, so I'm like taking the icons, and we're building this together,
Mhm.
and we want to make Bitcoin related jewelry, but like if you see my work, I'm always trying to not be like like too obvious. Like I like the like Honey Badger don't care is not telling you Bitcoin, is not
Yeah.
written the B of Bitcoin, like something like that. Like we're trying to be more creative in
Mental.
that way. Like only maybe if you're wearing it, it could be like a beautiful ring, but if someone knows, it's, oh, that's a Bitcoiner ring, like
I
not
got your point.
too. Yes, we're
You
trying
don't
to do
want
that.
to make it so crying for attention. Hello, I'm a Bitcoiner, or which is very good. And I think this is the thing that will bring you lots of success. It's a very successful project of yours, by the way. So, because you're gentle, you're not crying for attention. Therefore, you're not creating such things that are popping into your eyes, like like the majority. So definitely, I believe you're going to have lots of success with these jewelries. Very good. What else? tell me about your plans. Aside from the jewelries, which is a very huge plan and a project of yours, is there something else you're focusing your energies on?
I just ended like I illustrated a book
A
for
book.
children.
Aha.
Yes, and it's going to be released very soon. I think you can already find it in Amazon in some countries, but we haven't like talked much about it because it's not in every country yet. And
Okay.
it's called Rhyming Bitcoin, and it was written by another artist who is I don't know if you know Brekkie von Bitcoin. He does sculpture. He also does Bitcoin related art, and he
Maybe
wrote.
I can't remember like that. Maybe if I check my Twitter, I'm following him. I don't know honestly. But can you repeat the name of the book once again?
The book is Rhyming Bitcoin. If you go to my Twitter, we were seeing that the first pinned tweet.
Rhyming Bitcoin. Okay, it's about
Yes,
we're going to be singing here. I
it's
love
like
it.
it, and that this is like to get an idea of what it is about. You can subscribe to receive more information, but we're like all the book is ready. We're just waiting for the I don't know how it's called, the people that print the book and the
Okay.
Amazon and everything to just connect and be
Very
available for everyone. Yes.
yes, yes, yes. And it's going to be on Kindle or
Uh, I think it's. I think for. I would recommend. I mean, we are selling the physical version because of it.
okay.
It's very artistically. It's like an object that you can enjoy. Like you can go through the pages and look the images, and the text is like not that big. So it's. I feel like the experience of having this as an object is like really nice. And if you want to maybe I don't know, teach some concepts to children. It's easier when you have like a beautiful book with drawings and all.
Beautiful. Congratulations.
Thank you.
It looks like a must-have book. And it's not only for children, maybe it's also for adults, but
We
please
yes, we try to make like very friendly for children, but with like a lot of I don't know, like Easter eggs or like details that are of course are for the grown-ups and for the parents. And we try to make we try to do this because we wanted it to be enjoyed by everyone.
and it's going to be, I'm sure. Look, what a wonderful, and all of these art, or all these pictures you have, some of them are yours, others belong to Brekkie,
Yes,
pacificbitcoin.com.
he wrote the book,
Yeah.
and yeah, I made the pictures with watercolor mostly.
Ah, so all the
Mhm.
pictures are yours. The text and the content from rhyme lyrics standpoint belongs to Brekkie.
Yes, and we also had a lot of help from a designer who put this all together and made it like work and be beautiful and yeah, who actually converted it into an actual book.
And it's in English,
Yes.
only in English for now. Or
Yes. Yeah,
okay.
the writer he speaks English and maybe in the future, but it's not easy because you have to keep the meaning of the sentences, but also keep rhyming every sentence. So it's not an easy to
Oh,
translate, I would
okay.
say.
Okay. Yes, but it's possible. It's not easy, but for sure there are people who are doing exactly this. Of course, it won't be the same, but I'm not sure. I'm looking forward to reading this book definitely. So, Dr. Seuss and Alice in Wonderland. Rhyming Bitcoin doesn't tackle the how of Bitcoin, but rather the why. Very good. Okay, definitely. So you will post on Twitter or when this project is open
Yes.
available for everyone on Amazon.
Yes, I think you can find it already in some countries like the US, but I wanted to be, well, we all wanted to be like available for everyone. Yes.
Okay, very good. Bravi, congratulations once again. Right, Mickey, I also subscribe for more, so you have also your pinned tweet is about the book. Very good. So many things on your plate. So you are working your job for living, and the side you are doing so many beautiful projects and things that are connected also with education, about art, about Bitcoin, about everything. Such a diverse personality once again. This is wonderful, Florence. It's keep it up the great job, and I wish you whatever you want to happen from your art and career perspective. Why not art to be your main job? So if you want this, let it be like that.
Yeah.
Okay, it's definitely a huge pleasure to be having you as my guest from Chile. So it's the first time I'm talking to someone, and especially with an artist from this part of the world. Once again, I wish you lots of success and peaceful moments, the right source of energy, and yes, all the best for you and your family.
Thank you very much. I wish you the best as well. And I think it's very great what you're doing, because you sometimes we as an artist don't get seen, or maybe some people would like to know about some project, but they never, it's hard to connect, and everything is worldwide right now. So I think these initiatives like podcast and everything that I don't know. I know it takes time, and it's not easy, and you have to like put a lot of effort to do it. So I really appreciate yes, what you're doing.
Thank you. I'm happy that you appreciate it, and I hope more people like you express their willingness to join me, because my idea is this to be your floor for the artist, the stage where you could present it and talk about yourselves. Because on Twitter, of course, you have the option to record yourself and say something, but it's not always the case. People about the art, it's like they think that who is there, who stands behind this wonderful art, and this is the reason I'm making this art tech fact show for the artists to have exposure, and I'm happy you recognize this. It's a good feedback. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Bye for now. And next time when you create something, I will invite you again if you don't mind.
Of course, happy to join. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.